Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Hello, Khoi. Good evening.
Yes, good evening.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm okay. And you?
I'm good too. Same as usual. So, are you ready for our lesson today, for the continuation of our lesson today? You're always ready, I guess. Right? Okay. So, I'm going to share the screen. Okay. I hope you can see the presentation, Khoi. Can you see the presentation clearly? I cannot hear you, Khoi.
Yeah, I see.
Yes. Yeah, okay. So I can hear you now. Okay, so can you see the presentation clearly?
Yes, of course.
Yes, very good. Okay, so let's going to continue our lesson, and this time we will be going to have an oral an oral exercise, okay? So I will be your partner and I will be the one to ask and you will be the one to answer my question. Okay, supposing I am the examiner and you are the examinee. Okay? Now remember that in answering answering every questions, you do have only 20 to, or no, 15 to 20 seconds to do that.
Yeah.
Okay? And you should have to have at least 3 to 4 sentences, okay, in each question. Okay. It's
Mm,
questions. Okay, Koi?
okay.
So that would be it. So you should have to answer that one within 15 to 20 seconds, at least 3 to 4 sentences in each question. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. So we will be talking about two categories in here. We have, let's talk about your hometown and let's talk about your accommodation. Okay, question number one. Where do you come from?
Mm, I'm come from Vietnam, right?
Okay, go. At least 3 to 4 sentences in each question.
Oh, okay. So I'm come from Vietnam.
Okay.
A place where unexpected and the weather is cold very often. It's dropping off very often, and it's just a wonderful like that. Everyone wanted to live there for the rest of their life.
Wow. Okay. So that would be good. Okay. Now, all you need to understand in here, if you're talking about where do you came from, that would be the place. Okay. A place where you are came from. And please, you have to answer this one in a very specific answer. You came from Vietnam, but of course, you need to specify what particular place in Vietnam you came from. Okay, because there would be a lot of places in Vietnam, right? So, in
Mhm.
order for you to be very specific, so you need to answer the examiner a specific place where you came from, Vietnam. Okay, Koy? So let's say, for example, if you are living in Ho Chi Minh City, Ho Chi Minh City is a big city, right? So you
Yes.
should have to emphasize or specify which particular place in Ho Chi Minh City you are living with, okay, or you came from. So that would be the best answer for this particular question. Although Vietnam is also correct, okay, but look at this one, we are talking about hometown.
Yeah.
We're not talking of the country where you came from, but we're talking about hometown. So it should be very specific. Okay? Okay.
Mhm.
Question number 2. What is the weather like in your hometown?
The weather in my home is big bizarre. Why when it is from the January to August, the weather is always sunny and it look really clearly in the sky. But for the rest of the year, like it's over to December, it keep raining and it's keep raining and rain dog and cars.
Okay, okay. So that would be good, huh? Because you're able to speak about the weather in Vietnam. Specifically, you talk about the months where it's sunny months, and then after that one, you talk about rainy months. So that's going to be from what, December? Okay, from starting from December up to the rest of the months. Am I right?
Yes,
Yeah, okay. So that would be good. Next. So you were able to answer that one within 15 to 20 seconds and 3 to 4 sentences, and that would be good. Okay. Question number
yes.
3. When is the best time of year to visit your hometown?
It's in actually it's the best time in the year that they visit that I want to visit in March to May when that's the sunny when that's when that's in the pond when the sky become clearly and don't and it's don't going to rain. It's don't
Yeah,
go to rain and somehow it's a such a wonderful day and the weather is absolutely beautiful when
yeah.
you
Oh,
can visit in March to May.
yeah, that would be good. Okay. But remember, Koi, the question is, when is the best time of the year to visit your hometown? So do not talk about yourself. So you have to talk about to a visitor maybe, or to a person which that person wanted to visit your country. So you should have to start this one by telling, okay, the best time of the year to visit my hometown would be from months of January, okay, up to blah blah blah, okay, because the weather is good, the weather is fine, it's sunny day, you can be able to visit beautiful places in my hometown. Okay. Actually, your answer is good. Okay, your answer is good, but uh I heard that you speak about for yourself. Okay, the
No,
best time which I visit, you said that one,
no,
right?
the best time in the year that's the I want to visit.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, the best time of the year that I want to visit. No, not you, because that is your hometown already. So
yes.
what? Yes. So you should have to speak to a person or to a visitor. Okay, Koi?
Okay, I
Okay.
get it.
But the thought is there. You can be able to say something about the best time of the year to visit your hometown. Okay. Next, number 4. Why do you like or not like your hometown?
I like because my hometown has been it has been many it has gone through the world there's and definitely there's several brave people who are ready to oppose the enemy and beside us the weather the sky the architectures I mean the natures there is really what do we call it's the weather is that it really is mm,
Really?
great.
Really, really good. Okay. So
Okay.
those are the things that you don't like your hometown or you like your hometown.
I like my hometown. I said
Okay.
before.
Yeah, so you like your hometown, okay? Because those are the reasons why do you like your hometown, okay? Now, look at this one. If there would be like this in a speaking test, Koi, okay? Slash, that means you just have to choose only one among the two, okay? If you think there would be a lot of things that you like from your hometown, so speak about the one that you like from your hometown. But if there would be only few of the likes, but there would be a lot of you don't like, so maybe you have to speak about the one that you don't like from your hometown. Okay? But the one that you answered just a while ago, the one that you liked your hometown. Okay? Okay, so that would
Okay.
be good. Now, so we're done already with talking about your hometown. Now let's try to talk about your accommodation. So where are you living now?
Currently, I living in my uncle's house, and because I have to learn at high school is far away my from my hometown, so I have to move into the city, and I move into my uncle's house to continue to learn at a new high school.
Yes. Okay, that would be good, huh? Your answer is what is one? Is suited to the question. Okay, because right now you are living in a different place because you're not living in your own hometown, so you are living in the place of your uncle. Am I right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So you're able to capture that one. So that will be good. Okay, next. Who else do you live with? Okay, do not mention your uncle anymore because you mentioned that one. It's your uncle's house. So who do you think belongs to that particular house aside from your uncle? So you have to speak about that one. Okay,
Beside
go.
my uncle is there. Beside my uncle, I live with um, her uncle Choi, his wife, and with my aunt.
Okay.
Yes.
So do you have cousins also? They have children?
Yes. To
Okay, so you have to mention that one. So
okay.
I am living with my uncle's house together with his wife and my two cousins. Okay, and they are considered now my new family. Okay, so you have to speak about something that one. Okay, so they
Mhm.
are considered now as my second parent because I am away from my home, from my hometown. So I am away with my parents. So I am considering my aunt and my uncle to be my second parents. Okay?
Mm,
Okay,
okay.
so that would be it. Next, what is your favorite room in your home? In your current home, huh? We are talking of your accommodation now.
Um, I think it's my the I think the kitchen,
Okay, why?
because that's the word the place where my aunts and I think my aunts and my uncle wife do the laundry and cookies everyone for me and my uncle and in that place I can the smell bring me to the heavens and I can taste so many wonderful and dry dishes.
Yeah, okay, that would be good, huh? Because of course, if you are telling me about something that is part of the house, part of the home, right? Favorite room in your home. So you told me that it's going to be the kitchen. Am I right? Because the
Yes.
kitchen is the place where you can cook, you can taste foods, and you can also talk with your aunt, with your uncle, with your cousins, and uh, and eat together or dine together as one happy family. Okay? So that is
Mm.
what would be next. Number 4.
For
What do you like or not like the place where you lived? Again, there would be a slash. That means if you are going to talk about your likes, so you are free to talk about that. If you are going to talk about your dislikes, so you are free to talk about that. But you have to talk only one. It's either the like or it's either not like. Okay,
Mhm.
go.
Hmm. The I think the big positive, the positive aspect why the positive reason why I like the place I live now because there's so many there's so many good people, so many good neighborhood around me. They are willing to help me when I'm always in dilemmas. And
Okay.
yes, and sometimes mm, I also pay dilemmas by helping them or lending them my hands.
Yeah. What about the place where you are living right now is near to your school, right?
Yes, in need to my new school.
Yeah, okay. So you have to mention that one also, huh? Because this place where I am living right now, that's why I decided to live with my aunt and my uncle because it's near to my new school. Okay, so you have to mention that one. Because that's very important. Why you live? Why you separated from your parents? Okay. Okay. So, good job, huh? Good job, Koi. Okay, next. Some questions asks you think about something you might do using wood. Ask and answer these questions with a partner. So again, I will be the examiner and you are the examinee. Okay, number one, would you recommend your house or your apartment to another person?
Yes, absolutely yes,
Why?
because the architecture of the house is composed of both of artificial furnitures and natural furnitures such as wooden furniture or woolen furnitures.
Oh, so that would be nice.
Yes, and there are many planted trees
Oh,
in the balcony.
besides,
Yes,
yeah.
and it's such a spectacular view toward the sea. That from the
Wow.
when you sit at the common, look, you can touch a view to the sea.
Wow, that would be nice. Okay. So that would be the best place, okay, that someone can visit. Okay? Therefore you can recommend that house to another person, okay? But not to live, but to visit only, right? Okay. Next, would you move house if you had the chance? Would you move house if you had the chance?
I don't think so. I don't want to leave my current accommodation I live now.
Uh-huh.
Yes,
So you don't like, okay? You don't
yes,
want to move if you are given a chance
yes. If
because
I had chance, I would
you're
move
happy and you
once.
are contented where you are living right now, right?
I'm willing to
Okay.
live this forever.
That's correct. Okay, so that would be the one that you are going to tell the examiner. Okay, for me, you should have to say that. For me, I don't have, I don't have a, what is one? I don't have a, or how do we say that? Um, if I am given a chance, I don't have any plans to move a house because I wanted to live here for the rest of my lives because I am already contented with what I have in here. Simple life, okay, and simple family, just like my aunt and my uncle. Okay, so that would be the best answer for that. Okay, next. Would you like to buy a house in your hometown one day?
I would rather live with my family.
Yeah.
Yes, because
Okay.
I don't want to experience the loneliness when I'm always being alone on some kind there are every day nobody talking around me, so that's kind of lonely. Yes, and I would rather to live with my family, and I can experience the cozy feeling when being around family. We can confide to each other, and we talk about, or we can share something that we have experienced in that day.
Yeah.
etc.
Yeah. Okay. That would also be good. Okay. Would you like to live by yourself or with family or friends?
I would rather to live with my family, I just said before.
Yeah. Okay. So that would be good. Okay. So, of course, one of these days you will going to have your own family too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, would you like also your parents to be with you? If you have a family already of your own, would you like your parents to be with you also? Probably or not.
Not really.
Or you will going to leave them in your hometown and live with your family.
Good. I think
Okay,
we should.
it depends because you cannot tell as of this time. Okay. Okay. Now, thinking of more information in here, Koi. These words are useful when talking about your hometown. Write four sentences about it using the prompts 1 up to 4. Okay? Okay, so that would be this one. So how are we going to do this one? Now, look at this. There are a number of possible topics you might be asked about in speaking part 1, such as the news, entertainment, or sports. To prepare for this, you need to know some basic information about each topic. So what does it mean if you're talking about this one, Koi? Okay,
Mm,
actually, there would be a lot of topics, a lot of interesting topics, like, for example, the news, entertainment, or sports, and many other. Okay, many other. We can also talk about mental health, right? You can also talk about something that is very common. Okay, nowadays, like for example, it's all about how to take good care of our environment because of the so-called global warming issues, right? Yeah, and you can talk about pandemic because as of now we still have we are of course as of this moment we still have cases of COVID. Okay, not just only here in the Philippines but all throughout the world. Okay, so you can talk about that one. Okay. Okay. Like for
okay.
example, this one, Koi. People in my hometown usually don't often, okay, example, go out at night because of what
Because
reason?
people, because I think because of what?
Okay, people in my hometown
Oh,
usually,
I cannot say it clearly. Can you say again?
yeah, okay, sure.
What happened?
Okay, what happened? Okay, just for a while. Uh-huh. Where I have to go for a while. Okay. Okay, what about this time? Can you
I
see it?
see. Yeah, I
Okay,
see.
I have to make it bigger. Okay, like that. Okay. Mm. So people in my hometown usually or don't often go out at night because,
I think
okay,
because Nyla, another weather, right?
yeah, okay. So we can also say it's because of, okay, because of the weather. Okay, so what it is all about the weather. So you can talk about something about the weather condition, like for example, during nighttime. Okay, during nighttime, it usually rains during nighttime. So it usually rains during nighttime. So people in my hometown don't often go out at night. So you can also talk about something like that, okay? Or you can say, my favorite thing about my hometown is the culture because,
Hmm, teachers, because of monument. Yes.
okay, because of, if you're going to say monument, so
No. Because of historical, right?
yeah, okay, because of um, the history, okay, history of my own, you have to say because of the history of my own, um other term for descendants, or we have to say history of my own. It's there, the culture is there, right? So if we are going to talk about something about that one, my favorite thing about my hometown is the culture because of the history of my own root, maybe, okay, of my own root, okay. So when we are talking about root, what does it mean? Of course,
Bruce,
your
something that see
you
is
came
mean
from,
that something in the root
right?
of the tree.
Yeah. No, no, none. Root. Actually, root is a typical. The meaning of that is typical. The root of a
Yes, I
tree,
know it.
something like that. But if you're talking about the culture, that this one is the things that you came from. Okay, like for example, coming from your descendants. Okay, so you are the descendants of that one. So that would be your root. Okay. So therefore, my favorite thing about my hometown is the culture because of the history of my own root. Okay? Okay, so that would be the culture. Okay? Or you can also say something about your culture because it, let's say for example, it brings me to, or it brings me, or you can say because it brings me to my um to my what is that? To my family. Okay, it brings me to my family. Okay, um yeah, to my family. It brings me to my family. Okay, it because of that. Okay, next, number 3, a famous historical place in my hometown is,
Is monument.
what is that? What is that famous historical place? We're
It's
talking about
monument.
place, huh? In my hometown is, so we're not going to say a monument. Monument could be a noun, okay, but we're talking about a place, historical place. A famous historical place in my hometown is you have to mention a place, a historical place in your hometown. Okay, what is that? Can you tell me? Okay, like for example,
Museum.
again,
I think museum.
the museum. Okay, okay. So a famous historical place in my hometown is the museum. If you have museum, okay. What about if you don't have a museum? Okay, so if you don't have a museum, you have to mention something, a place that you can be able to recommend to someone, because that would be a historical place wherein there would be a lot of history took place in that particular place.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Okay. Next, I like or don't like the weather in my hometown because, or I like, okay, I like the weather in my hometown because
I don't like the weather in my hometown because the thing is,
we can say it's
the
fair, right? We can also say that. Okay, what about your opinion?
I
I
think
like
I don't like the weather, so it's related to the nature, and these work are not related to nature except the work weather. So I think I choose the work weather,
so
right?
I so you have to say I don't like the weather in my hometown
Because of the weather,
because of
the weather.
the uh weather because of the weather condition, right?
Oh yeah, I think so.
Weather condition. Because there would be conditions. When you are talking about conditions, there would be a lot of changes. Like, for example, it's going to be sunny and then it's going to be rainy. It's going to be something that is stormy. Okay. So it changes most of the time. So that would be because of the weather condition. Okay. So we can say about that one. Okay, Koi?
Okay,
Okay, question for this.
no question.
Okay, now let's move on. Responding to a yes or no questions. Now let's try to take note of this one. Other types of question asked for is a yes or no response. So that means your response is just only a yes or no. No need to elaborate that one further. Okay? So these questions usually start with a do or does or is or are. So you have to take note of this, ha? If the question if the question starts with a do, with a does, is or are, so that is just only answerable by a yes or no response. So no need for you to elaborate further. Okay? Okay, now, maths questions 1 to 6 with answers A
And
to F. Okay, it's here. A, B up to F. Number 1, do you live near the sea?
mm, oh, oh, yes, I think letter B.
So that would be letter B. Yes, we live on the coast and we can see the beach from our window.
It's
It's
pretty
pretty
nice.
nice. Okay. Now, look at this one. Tip number 7. It's not enough to just, okay. No, no, sorry. It's not enough to say yes or no, Koi. But try to add at least 2 sentences with extra information explaining your answer.
Mm,
Okay? So it's not just only just saying yes or no, but you have to add at least 2 sentences. When we are talking about at least, that means it could be one or it could be two information, extra information explaining your answer, but not too long. Okay?
mm-hmm.
Okay. Not unlike with this one that you need to answer that one at least 3 to 4 sentences. But for the yes or no response, it needs only at least 2 sentences, not more than that. It can be one, but it can be two, not more than two. Okay? Okay, that's correct. So this one is letter B. Next, is there anything you don't like about where you lived?
Hmm. I think it's not letter C. Okay, not okay. So
Is there anything you don't like about where you lived?
letter C. No, no, no. Oh, sorry.
No.
I think it's letters. Letters. Hmm. Letter F
No.
or letter A is the last one. The last.
Letter D, okay? So that
Oh.
would be letter D. Look at this one. Yes, the weather there is pretty terrible. We only got about 6 weeks of summer, and it's very cold most of the time. Okay, so imagine that one, 6 weeks only of summer. Then after that one, for the rest of the months, it's going to be cold. Okay, so that's why something that you don't like about where you live. Next, number three, is your house in the city or the countryside?
Hmm. Letter A.
That's correct. Okay,
Absolutely.
so the answer would be letter A. And look at this one. Okay. We lived in the suburbs. So he was able to explain the question, is your house in the city or the countryside? Okay? So there would only be two choices. It can be city or it can be a countryside. So according to the answer, we live in suburbs just outside the city, about 20 minutes drive by car. So what do you think is that? Is this a city or a countryside that he is talking about?
He said about he's live in a suburb. It means he live in the countryside.
Yes. So look at this, huh? In the question, the choices would city or countryside, but in the answer, it uses or he uses suburbs, right? And
Yes.
the
So in
word
the
outside
message.
the city, okay?
Yes.
But if you're
So
talking about that one, countryside is also the same when we are talking about suburbs. That means
suburb.
suburban
That's yeah
or
the advanced
outside.
version.
Yes, outside the city. Okay, next.
Next.
Number five. Is there anything special you can do in your hometown?
We don't do letter four.
Ah, number four. Number four, sorry. Do you live in a house or an apartment? Okay, again, there would be two choices in here. That would be
Yes.
house or an apartment. So what do you think would be the answer?
Letter F.
Yes. So that would be letter F. And according to his answer, we currently lived in a small apartment on the 33rd floor. My last house was much bigger. Okay? So, apartment. Next, number five. Is there anything special you can do in your hometown?
Hmm. I think that's letter C.
Yes. So that would
Yes.
be correct. Okay? Okay, why? Not really. I think my hometown is a little boring. We mostly take a train to Shanghai when we want to do something. Okay, so the question is there anything special you can do in your hometown? Okay, and they answer, not really. I think my hometown is a little boring. Okay, that means it's 50-50. Not so boring, but 50% boring. Okay, a
Mhm.
little boring. Okay, next. Is there any interesting places to visit in your hometown? Of
Mm,
course, that would be letter.
think it letter E.
Yeah, that would be letter E, obviously. Okay. Yes, there are many monuments and museums to see. We have a lot of culture and history. Okay. Now, these are samples of the questions and answerable by a yes or no response. Again, I have to correct that the yes or no response needs an extra information explaining your answer, but at least two sentences, but not more than three. Okay, compared to this one, okay, that you need to do it or to answer this one within 3 to 4 sentences.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So that would be it, Koi. Questions with this? Do you have any questions so far with this?
No
No
question.
more. Okay, let's move on to 8. So ask and answer these questions about your hometown. Okay, so we've done that one already. So we don't need to answer them, okay? Yeah. Okay. So I have to make this one smaller so that we can see it. Okay. Thinking of new ideas. So that would be 9. Try to write 4 questions, either WH or yes or no questions for each topic in the mind map. Okay. Mind map. Culture, monuments, restaurants, nightlife, museums, parks. Okay. Ask and answer question with a partner. Okay, like for example, about the weather. Okay, what are the questions that you can be able to use? Again, you can use the WH question. Again, what are those WH questions? The who,
Who,
the
where,
why, the when,
where,
the
who,
where.
why,
Okay,
whoever,
yes.
whatever.
And what. Okay? So those
What,
are
who, and
the
where.
WH question. Or you may also use the yes or no question. Now, in making a yes or no questions, what are the things that we should have to consider? Starting it with do or does, okay? Or is or are. Okay? It depends. If we're talking about two or more subjects. So what are we going to do? We have to say do, right? We have to start it with a do. But if you're talking only of one subject, you have to say it does, okay?
Mhm.
Or is or are. Okay? Okay. Examples about the weather. Do you like the weather in your hometown? That would be a question. When was the last time it was really good or cold in your hometown? Does it ever snow in your hometown? Or when is the best time of the year to visit your hometown? Okay, now tip. You may be asked about a topic you know well. Oh, remember, You may be asked about a topic you know well. So maybe the examiner will going to ask you that topic that you know well. So you have to think of topics, Koi, that you know very well. Do not say or do not answer or speak about the topic that you don't know very well.
Mhm.
Okay? If you know about the weather, okay, speak about the weather. If you know about, let's say for example, global warming, speak about global warming. If you know about education very well, okay, talk about education. If you know about uh protecting environment, so talk about that topic. Okay? Okay,
Mhm.
why? Why is it you need or why is it's very advisable for you to do that? Because you can talk about that one very well. Okay? Now look at this, but the exact question could be unfamiliar. Ah. So look at this, The question is not somehow related to the topic that you know very well. Maybe they change the question not a little bit, but totally they change the question. But again, it's also similar to your topic, okay? That
Yes.
you know very well, okay? So it can be
Okay.
useful to make your own questions for a topic to explore new ideas you have not thought about before. That's why it's very important that you, if you have a spare time, practice Koi.
Mhm.
Okay? Practice
Okay.
making questions, a lot of questions, because it will help you answering yes, it will help you speak about that topic if you can be able to do a lot of questions.
Mhm.
Okay? Why? Because in a speaking activity in an IELTS, there would be a lot of questions like this. So if ever you already made a lot of questions and prepared an answer for them, it's easy for you to do that because you are prepared. Right, Khoi? Okay.
Okay.
Now, I'm going to give you 2 minutes to think of questions about shopping, culture, monuments, restaurants, nightlife, museums, and parks.
Okay, about first shopping.
Okay, question.
Um, Question with WH. What's your favorite shopping mall?
Okay, what is your
Favorite
favorite
shopping mall.
shopping mall? Okay, so what is your favorite shopping mall? Okay, correct. Next.
And what is the best sale for shopping?
Okay, what is the best
Sale for shopping.
sell? What do you mean?
What is the best sale for cooking? Sale, SALE.
S okay. What is the best sale
Sale
for
for
shopping? Does it what you mean?
yes.
Okay. Can you rephrase this one? What is the best sale for shopping?
What is the best sale for shopping?
Mm-hmm.
Am I right?
Okay. Oh, yes, this one is right. But can you rephrase this one? Can you think of a certain question aside from what is the best sale for shopping?
Mm, I mean, what is the best sale for shopping clothes? Am I right?
Shopping.
Um, limited, limited
Mhm.
sale for shopping clothes. Is that okay?
Okay, can you type that one, please?
What is the best limit for shopping clothes?
Okay, can you type that? Let me
Yes.
see. So, what is the best limit for shopping clothes?
Yes.
Okay, so what's the best limit for shopping clothes? Okay, so there would also be point for that.
Really?
Okay.
Also,
Yeah, what's the best limit for shopping clothes? Yeah, because if you're talking something
oh,
of
no, 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 no. What's the meaning? What's the best? What's the limit sale?
okay, what's the best limit sale for shopping clothes? That is what you mean? Limit
What's the
sale.
limit?
Yeah, okay. So that would be okay. So I have to go there. Okay. So what is the best limit sale for shopping clothes? Yeah, it can be.
The last one is how often do you go shopping? Is that okay?
Yes, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So how often? But it's not a WH question. Can you rephrase that one?
Mm, what's your favorite time to go shopping?
Okay, what is
Your favorites.
your
What's your
favorite?
favorites? No, no. What's the meaning? Can I correct? I mean, I can correct the answers.
Mm-hmm. So how Okay, okay, can you type that again?
What is the best spell for the to go shopping in a day?
What is the best,
Spell, you know the
best?
word spell?
Okay, can you type that?
Okay.
Only that word, okay. What is the best
So this word mean
spell?
a phrase of time.
Spell. Okay, can you rephrase that one instead? What
Yes.
is the best? What is the best time?
Yes, spell is mean of a phrase of time or state of time.
Yeah, but it's going to be there would be two meaning in it, right? Yeah, spell can also be spelling, okay? So
Yes.
what is the best spell in a day to go shopping? Okay. Or maybe you have to say what is the best time, okay, in a day to go shopping. Okay? Instead of saying spell, okay? Can we do that? Okay, let's try to
Mm,
do that. What is the best time of the day? Okay, we can go shopping. Okay? So
mm.
what is the best time of the day we can go shopping? That would be correct. I have to make this one smaller so that we can see it. Okay? Next, what about culture?
Culture.
Now, aside from the WH question, you can also use the yes or no question, huh? Right? Let's say, for example, okay, in shopping, we can say,
Shopping, we can say,
oh, using the yes or no question.
oh, yes or no.
Can you make a question using yes or no? Aside from the WH in here, yeah, you have the WH. This one is good. Okay, what if it's a yes or no question? Again, a yes or no question can start with the do, does, is, or are.
Okay,
Mhm.
do you love going shopping?
Yes. So, do you love
Do you
to
busy or do you
go
go?
shopping? So that would also be correct.
And
Okay.
it can say that you into in going shopping.
Again, again.
This word
Okay. Indulge.
indulge.
Okay.
Oh, so it's we spell it indulge.
Yeah,
Okay.
indulge. Okay. Can you rephrase the word indulge?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, indulge is something that is hard to understand.
Indulge.
Sometimes,
It's
yeah,
it's a adjective or a verb. I forgot.
indulge. Indulge is an adjective.
Oh, so we you are.
Mhm.
Yes,
Okay.
I also remember not vaguely. That's it's a adjective.
Yeah, indulge. Because if you are going to indulge yourself, that means you are going to, you are in, right? You are something that you like that very much. So indulge. Are you indulged in going shopping? So if you try to replace that one, replace with the word indulge, are you, maybe we can say, are you fun of going shopping?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that one. Are you fan of going shopping? Right?
Yes.
Yeah. So because indulge is a very what is one highfalutin words, and sometimes students don't what is one cannot understand the meaning of that one. Okay. So instead of indulge, we can use another term for that. Okay. So we can say, okay, are you fun of going to are you fun are you are you fun of going to is that again? Are you fond of going shopping? Yeah, are you fond of going shopping? Okay. Are
Hmm.
you, or we can say do you?
Okay.
Let me see. No.
Yeah, I think fun this meaning it can be a verb.
Yeah. So do you?
Fun. Oh, because it's get away when this is the first time I know that fun is a verb.
Yeah. But it's not. Okay. Are you fun? Yeah, are you fun is correct.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, are you fun of going shopping? Yeah. So that would be good. Okay, correct. Okay, what about culture? Now let's begin with the yes or no questions. We have to have maybe one yes or no, and we have to have two WH in here.
Hmm.
Okay, about
Yes, a
culture.
question. Let's me think. Culture.
Yeah.
Um, do you often compare your culture? No, do you often compare your culture
Uh,
with other overseas culture?
yeah. Do you compare? Um, we can also use would, right? Would you compare, or we can also say, would you compare your would you compare your present culture from the culture of our ancestors? We can say that, right?
Okay.
Okay. Or we
Wow.
can also say, but we have to, or can you compare, or no, it's there. Okay, it's here. Or let's say, uh-huh, no. Let's try to think of it. Compare. No. What, maybe we can say, what can you say about our present
Asian.
culture?
Of course.
Right? Yeah. So, in this particular question, what can you say about our present culture? Maybe in this particular question, you can talk about the current culture that we have. So, you are going to compare, right? So, you are going to compare the current culture before and the present culture now. So
Mhm.
that would be the thought that this question would like to emphasize. What can you say about our present culture? Again, this is a this is a speaking test. So say. So what can you say about our present culture? Right? Okay, what else? Oh, we
Mm,
can also say, is there any impact, okay, uh, to our uh-huh is there any impact on our culture? Is there any impact on our culture? Okay, on our
any-
present culture, on our present culture. Okay. from the culture. No, we cannot. So we have to replace this one. So maybe we can say uh,
Hmm.
we can
Or we
say,
can say,
is there
are your culture has any impact on and it has any influence on other cultures?
yeah, so are our culture, are our
Cultures
culture
having any
has okay, has
wait, we
mhm,
use or we have a big strong in grammatical.
okay.
I think do you has or we can use are you having has it
Mhm. So are our culture
having
okay having an impact from other cultures,
mhm.
right?
Yes, any impact on other culture. Yes, that's what I mean.
Yeah, from other culture. Okay. So it should be it should be is our culture okay
Mhm.
from other cultures. Oh, that would be it.
I think has any impact we use at the collocation that I learned. We use having an impact on something
So is our culture having an impact
on
on other cultures?
yes.
Okay. On other cultures. Yes. Okay.
Mhm.
Next, is our culture having an impact on other cultures? What else? Okay, so we have now the yes or no question. What about we're going to make two WH. Okay, so WH. So what can you say about our present culture? Is our culture having an impact on other cultures?
Hmm. All cultures have you uh, have you ever experienced on other country, other nation culture?
Okay, have. So that would
Yes,
be
have you
have.
ever experienced um other nations country?
No,
No,
you
no,
cannot. Yeah,
other nation.
you cannot experience that because you have a different culture from them, but maybe you can say, have you able to observed other cultures aside from yours,
Oh, okay.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so have you able to observe, just observe, because what happened, because you cannot say that you cannot experience that one. Okay, unless you are willing to sacrifice your own culture or imbibe the culture of other cultures, right? So but we can say that it's not just only observe. Okay, so have you observed okay other okay have you observed
Other nation
uh,
culture.
other nations
Culture.
nations culture? Okay, yeah, so other nation. Okay, have you observed other nations' cultures? Cultures. Okay, yeah. Okay, so that would be it, Khoi. Okay, so again, it's already time. So we have to end up our lesson with this one. So we will just going to continue this one. Now, if you have time, Koi, please prepare a questions already about
Oh,
monuments, restaurants, nightlife, museums, and parks so that we can be able to do this one very fast on the next meeting. Okay?
okay.
Okay.
Yes, I will
Okay.
do it.
Yeah. So that would be your homework. Okay? So that
Okay.
we can put it there and we can be able to go to another lesson. So our lesson, yeah, so we are about to finish the unit 1 so that we can move on to unit 2. Look at this. It's leisure and recreation. Okay? So it's all about sports. Okay? So
Okay.
do you have any question, Koi?
No question.
No question. Okay, so if you don't have any more questions, see you again on the next meeting. That's going to be on Friday next week. Okay, bye bye for now. Have a good
Goodbye.
night.
Good
Okay,
night.
have a good
Sleepy.
night.
I'm kind
Okay.
of sleepy now.
Yeah, sure. Okay, bye bye.
Yes, goodbye.